Oh, well. Guys, listen here. Man, this is insane. Alright. Once again, I have gone ahead and had this huge conversation around what the markets are doing and having this actually not, having my mic muted. I'll tell you something. I'm going to have a cup of coffee right now. Alright. This has got to stop, Gary. It's got to stop. Alright. Cheers, says. Alright. Everyone's like, hey, Gary, mute. The mic's muted. Come on. We need to get some volume here. Let's see. I'm going to have to go ahead and do some editing on this video. There's no doubt about that. Alright. So I'll probably get this video started. Once it gets posted, I'll probably get it moved up and get started a little bit later. But so let's start from the beginning, right? Let's start from the beginning. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing this morning? All right, trust everyone is doing fantastic. All right, so as I was discussing and talking about it, talking about the markets, we were discussing the fact that is the market indeed going to move bullish and bearish based on the data that came out this morning? We just had an inflation report out in the UK. The numbers came out at 1.3%, which is down from the 1.5% that we expected. So the question here is that everyone's asking is the UK central bank going to start thinking about cutting rates? Why are they going to cut rates? Well, they want to go ahead and try and push the inflation back up again to the 2% benchmark that all central banks are targeting, right? The 2% benchmark. Now, so that's the big question right there. The big question is, are they going to go ahead and do it? Well, I always go back to the same thing, which we had discussions yesterday with a bunch of traders yesterday about what is the dollar going to do? What is the global situation with regards to Middle East wars, Brexit, trade wars, all of this stuff right here? How does this all play out? How does it all come into play? And how do we figure out how to be able to do this? Well, my simple answer to all those traders yesterday was this. The charts are the charts, and the charts are the ones that are going to be telling us exactly how to be able to trade this market. All right? Because remember, traders, in every part of my sessions, just remember one thing. If I can leave one thing with you, I'm going to leave this with you. Okay? That the markets move in phases: contraction, expansion, and then, of course, trend. Now, what I did is I moved to the dollar index because we had a conversation about the dollar index. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the dollar index now that we've got some volume. All right? Now that everyone can hear what I'm saying right here. Now, if I go to the actual chart right here, right? And I go ahead and I look at the chart and I go ahead and place in this right here. All right? Let me go ahead and expand a little bit more. All right, there we go. If I take the chart right here, this is the dollar index daily time frame. And if I go ahead and pull this up and I can look at this and I say contraction, expansion, now we're heading into trend. All right, trend right here. So this is how we see the dollar index. So right now, what we should be looking for, all right, we should be looking for some bearish channels here on the dollar. And if you go ahead and take the dollar index right here, and I'll go ahead and throw in all my charts, and we're now looking at this. I put in all my indicators right here, all my technical analysis. Now I'm looking for price to continue to work its way back down south. Now, granted, traders, you have to realize that price, even though it moves in phases, right? Even though we have price moving in these phases, contraction, expansion, and of course trend, we also have to realize that when we're in a trending phase, that the market's going to move in a 5-wave sequence. What? That is right. We have some more patterns developing inside the trend as well. And it moves in a 5-wave sequence. All right? And it goes 5 waves down. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you count 5? I can. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once it hits the 5th wave, what happens? Price then moves into what we call an ABC correction move. All right, so now that we know that price is in or at least the dollar index is in a trending phase, now we have to go ahead and pay attention to what part of the phase we are inside the wave structure. Are we in a fifth wave? Are we in a third wave? Are we in a fourth wave? What wave structure are we? Are we in a correction, ABC correction? Well, check out the chart right here. All right. Here we have gone ahead and completed the wave 1, 2, 3 down here, 4 and 5 down there. So yes, we are in a bearish channel, but what's happening is price is now going into an ABC correction. So we could see price dropping down a little bit, going up a little bit. So over the next couple of months, we may see this correction phase play itself out. But once the market goes ahead and completes that, which is a typical target would be the fourth wave right here, around about 12,375. When we get to that level, then we may go ahead and see price now continue in once again another downward trend. All right, we'll see it start working its way back down south right there. All right, so anyway, that is the opening statement I have for the session. All right, to say that price moves in different waves, price moves in different phases, we've got to know exactly where we are. Now, the good news is you don't need to know a whole bunch of that in too much depth in order to be able to trade the strategy we trade here in the mornings. All right, this morning strategy is pretty simple. All right, we look for targets, and these targets are looking for positions of overbought, oversold conditions, and then we go ahead and we trade towards these targets. But what we are going to do in these sessions, we are going to pay attention to how the market is set up in these different phases. Are we in contraction, expansion, and in trend? And if we are in trend, where are we with inside that trend? Are we in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Or do we see a correction move of A, B, C? All right. Hopefully everyone gets that as we go ahead now and continue with the technical analysis and take a look at our trades that we've got current right now. Let's check it out. All right. Woo! Ready to go, man. I am ready to go on this. So let's go take a look. All right. So these are the trades that we've got currently right here for this week. You can see that we are in on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got one pound New Zealand dollar low probability. Here we have the AUDJPY and the Aussie CAD. Looks like it's looking for something there. Let's check out. I'm not going to take a look at the ones that we have open right now. Let's first take a look at the ones that we're looking to get in again at, and that's the AUDJPY. Are we in on AUDJPY? Well, I'm going to go ahead and open up this trading account right here, and it's in my VPS, and I'm going to pull it over here to the side so everyone can see what's going on right here. And let me see where it is. All right, there it is. Let me pull it across. Fantastic. All right, so let's take a look and see what's going on right here. AUDJPY. No, I did not get in on AUDJPY yet. There it is there. Let me make sure about that. I think maybe I did close out a position, but I think it was Aussie. Oh, yeah, by the way, traders, I did close out my Aussie CAD position. I'm going to go into it and explain to you why I did that. Let's see here. I closed that out yesterday. All right, so no AUDJPY trade right here. So let's go take a look at the technicals on AUDJPY. And let's see what's going on here on the daily time frame. So AUDJPY is starting to pull back a little bit right here. We said this. We noticed that there is a bit of resistance here coming off that previous high. Market did bounce off that. I don't know if that's enough to be able to hold it. But we are still expecting price to move up all the way up here to around about 72 and change. Sorry, 77.20 and change. All right, so let's take a look right here. I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame where we go ahead and draw in our trades. So this is the target price is looking to get to. We never got into an overbought condition. So I'm also seeing right here that my channels are becoming support of the market. So if we start heading back up north, then that's great. So then we'll see price go up back up here again, so we can get back in at a higher level. Just like the banks, my friends, just like the banks, all right? We want to get in at a higher level in order to be able to sell back down to that target. So we're waiting for price to move back up again. So AUDJPY, no trade on the AUDJPY as of right now. So we're going to go ahead and say this. And I'm going to add this right here. I'm going to say No trade yet. All right, let's go to Aussie CAD. Now, Aussie CAD, I closed out last week's position. Here is the last week position right here. We had a buy-in on Aussie CAD, and I actually closed it out, took some profit on that. You can see I actually recorded it, which was about 62 pips on that. So I recorded the 62 pip gain right here on that trade. And let's go ahead and take a look right here. You can see if I go to my live trading account, there you can see there I closed out the position, took profit on that trade. And let's go to the actual setup right here on the chart and see what that looks like on the Aussie CAD. All right, so here it is. Aussie CAD right here is showing that we were expecting price to work its way back down to this target. I never got it over sold condition right here. So what I said is, you know, I'm still chasing after this target, but what I said was price may go ahead and move down a little bit, which it has done so. And then when it moves down a little bit, I may go ahead and look to scalp this up towards this target at 90.60. So I'm not saying that Aussie CAD is not done with its bullish rally. You know, I just wanted to go ahead and get the heck out of Dodge on this one and look to see if I can go ahead and get in on a new opportunity on this. So I didn't like the fact that it was sideways a little bit there, and I figured that, you know, I'd rather go ahead and get out of that trade and then look for a new opportunity if it offers that opportunity. So I'm out for the Aussie CAD. Even though this week we still have an unhit target and price has not moved to an overbought condition, so we're not selling. So we haven't got into sell. I don't know if we're going to get to a sell on this. We'll have to wait and see. It is already Wednesday, so we're going to have Thursday left for trading, and I'm not sure if we're actually going to get a trade on this. But I'm going to keep it here. Aussie CAD, we're looking for a bearish alert right here. So this is still that is active, or at least pending right now. And if we do get something here, we'll take a look and see what that does. All right. Next is we're going to go ahead and take a look at the let's go take a look at the trades that have actively taken place this week. We have the EURJPY. So EURJPY. Let's go to the EURJPY. You can see right here we're looking for this level right here at 121.23. So price has not moved down. We did get an entry point. We are selling. So we're currently bearish on EURJPY. I also have some longs on EURJPY on another trading account as well. So I'm actually long and short on this based on trend trading and counter trading. All right. So we are looking for price to move down to a more support level right here. All right. Jeremy, good morning. Jeremy says, Gary from Vancouver, Canada. Jerry, good morning to you, my friend. Oh, by the way, my son was actually up there in very close to Canada. He was in at the border of Canada in Minnesota, and he actually, in fact, was doing some snowmobiles. He was snow skiing, doing a whole bunch of sledding, and just having a good time there. So it was pretty good and pretty fun for him there. Very cold. He didn't even want to take a selfie by taking his glove off. He said it was too cold to even take his glove off to take a selfie. So I don't know how you guys do it up north, man, with that cold, but hey, good luck. All right, good luck. I need sunshine. All right, so we got a EURJPY. We're currently selling EURJPY, and any sort of dipping on EURJPY, we may see support around about 121.90. We see a lot of support level right there around about 121.90, which is about 50 pips down south. Still, we're looking for price to move and to continue to move back up north. If we take a look at the daily time frame right here, we are trading in the middle of the range. I don't like this indecision candle that closed out yesterday. To be honest with you, that's an indecision candle nobody likes to see at resistance. So with my buys, I may go ahead and actually start thinking about closing out my buy positions because of this resistance. All right, because what could be happening, traders, is we could be heading into consolidation. And in fact, if I take a look over here, take a look at here, we did have a bit of consolidation right here as price moved back and forth. Then we went to expansion. So price could move down first and then go back up again. So we may go back up again, but price is going to move down first, down south. Now, with that being the case, actually, traders, to be honest with you, because of this indecision right here at that resistance level, I actually going to make a decision here on one of my trading accounts. I'm going to go to my trading account right here, and I'm going to go to the EURJPY right here. I'm up in the money in this one right here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and start making decisions to close out. Let's just take a look over here on the actual trend. Well, we are slightly above the okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep an eye on this right here because we are showing that we are above that. So if we drop back down, yes, it could be a 50 pip drop down here, and then the price could move back up again. So there is a chance of price moving back up again. You can see one of my trend trading strategies already picked up a buy here with stop down here at 122.03. So it's already got like a 40 pip stop right here, looking for price to move up all the way up here to 123.63. So the trend trading strategy is on to pick up, but we do know that price is going to want to come back down to retest this support down here again, 121.23. So a retracement is due. There's no doubt about that. If I look at this as well, the one thing that I can see from this too is that we did have a, let's take a look right here. If I put my smart waves down here, then we are seeing price. This is actually the third wave right here, and we are in a fourth wave correction. So with price now moved into a four wave correction, that means that we're looking at this. So this is a fourth wave correction. So we're looking at this as third wave. And now we're in the fourth wave right here. Could come back down to retest here and then back up north. So we're going to be slightly consolidated, maybe see a bit of expansion move right here, and then eventually start moving back up again. So we could see price moving back up again, but first we can see a possible dip here to support and then go ahead and rally. So that could certainly be what's happening right here. And that indecision, you've got to, you've got to look at the signs right here, right? And this indecision right here does concern me. I do not like that indecision. If I go to the MT4 platform, if you look there, there's also an indecision candle on this daily candle right here. There you can see indecision. We are retesting that indecision right here, so I'm not going to see price move too much further than what we currently have right here. So, you know what, with that being said, traders, you know what, let's do this. I'm going to do this. I'm done with this pair right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my script right here, close all position right here. I'm going to throw it in here, and I'm going to make a decision to close out all my positions. In fact, I got another account running as well. I'm going to go ahead and do the same there. Close out all positions right here. Start all fresh with this pair. So I'm not in on the euro. I'm going to change this back down to a 1 hour time frame. So I'm out on that pair. Move it over to the side here. So I've taken out my buys that I had for a while now. I've taken the buys out of that. And so I'm looking for this current move to go bearish that we have right here. So this current move that we're seeing right here on the 1 hour, that's looking for price to move back down to this level right here. I'm going to go ahead and buy into this option right here and start thinking about price moving lower. And then if it does hit lower, I'll then look to start buying again, maybe start moving into some sort of moving trend, all right, on that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close out on that trade. Let's go ahead and take a look at, so this doesn't affect the current trade that we got right here that we're actually selling, all right, because this is this week's movement, all right, this is this week's trade. And you'll see right here, I still have that position open right here. There's that position there. There's a sell at 122.15. So I'm still selling that one right now, and I will continue to hold on to that position. There you can see, there it is. Even though price has moved up a little bit higher, that's okay. Right. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we got. Euro pound. Euro pound. We picked up a position on the euro pound this week as well. This is the way euro pound looks like here on the 1 hour. There's that target we're looking for right here. We had a little bit of bearish move down here. The price has gone here and pushed back up again. So stronger pound, now weaker pound. Well, we could we see the pound actually dropping back down south again here as we move into some sort of expansion phase? It's possible. Let's take a look and see what the daily time frame says. Well, the daily time frame says that we may be above this trend line right here, but we're certainly looking for price to go ahead and move back inside this trend. All right, and if it moves inside this channel again, we're expecting price to move down. If that's the case, then pound is then going to strengthen. So we're trading slightly above. So I would say that traders are at this point in time right now, trend traders are saying, well, I'm not 100% certain exactly what to do. I'll be honest with you. My thought process on this is I'm still a bearish seller. I'm still bearish on euro pound. I'm still bearish on euro pound. It's just a matter of price moving back inside this channel. Now, if we do break it up and we take out the highs over here and we get a clean break up to the upside, then I'll go ahead and start reverting back to maybe a possible bullishness opportunities on the euro pound. All right, so that is that. Now, we're in on a trade at the moment right now. You can see we are currently selling. So we'll continue to sell on this one right here. And if price moves up higher, we'll get in some more positions. But then we may go ahead and start thinking about taking early profits on that. All right, so here we go. Pound CAD. Pound CAD is another one that's gone ahead and picked us up this week. There it is there, Pound CAD. And Pound CAD, we are bullish, and I'm still bullish. I remain bullish until we can get a confirmed break to the downside or a break back inside the channel to confirm the bullish confidence that I have on this trade. But at the moment right now, I'm going to stay with my trade right here, indicating market's going to move bullish. All right, so that's my setup. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at so the trade that we have on that. I believe we just have one entry point. There it is there, only one entry point. We are in the money at the moment right now. If I actually go to the Pound CAD right here, and I see we're actually pushing nicely up, and our target is slightly higher. Let's see here. Oh, there's our target right here. So we get you in a nice little move, it looks like it. So price is moving a little bit higher. We've got a target up here, not too far away. You see we are about 33 pips away from our target, which should be an easy move to that level. So we should be closing out that profit very soon. All right, so that's on the Pound CAD. Let's go ahead and take a look at our, let's see here. We've got Pound JPY, no trade for Pound JPY. Pound New Zealand dollar, we're looking for a low probability setup right here. So Pound New Zealand dollar, low probability setup, which means that we're expecting price to move to the target without us getting in on that trade. And just like we thought, okay? See how price has moved up to this target, right? And we did not get in on this trade. So this is why we call it a low probability. And so we're going to change this now to a hit target right here. Or actually a hit target. Let's change it here. Hit target here. Let's clean up this. All right. No trade. So as it was a low probability right now, now it's a no trade at all this week. So we're not going to even pay attention to the Pound New Zealand dollar this week. Let's go take a look at Pound Aussie dollar. We're in a trade on Pound Aussie dollar. Also buying on this one. And Pound Aussie dollar. There it is there. All right. So there we go. Pound Aussie dollar. And on Pound Aussie dollar, we can see that price is slightly shy of the target. Target is about, not really, 73 pips away. So we're about 73 pips away from that. We're currently in, let's take a look here, Pound. Let's throw in this little tool right here. All right, so we're up around about 80 pips at the moment right now. We're up 80 pips on this trade. We're going to continue to hold this position right here. We're looking for about another 70 pips to go before we hit our target up here. And when we do, we'll go ahead and close out that trade. Now, Sharon, good morning, Sharon. We got Rashid. Sorry, Rashid. Hopefully I said it right, but I'm starting to read it. Yeah, it says Big Dog. Where do I adjust the strategy on the MT4? You'd have to go to the inputs. Go to the inputs right here, and go to expert advisor. My apologies, expert advisor, and then make the changes over here. Now, you don't want to make any changes if you've got an actual trade active. So you don't want to make the changes if you have an active trade. But you want to go ahead, and once the trade is gone and closed out, then you can go ahead and make your changes there. All right. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we've got going here. So the Pound Aussie. Before I move on to another currency pair, let's go take a look and see where we're at Well, look here, traders. Once again, we're at support. Yes, we had a big rally. Price moved back down. I got out of trades right here. You saw yesterday, I showed you, we took some trades out over here. And then, at least I took some buys out here because of that resistance. And now we're back at support. So we're back in the pounding seat. Forgive me for the punt. But we are looking for pound to go ahead and rally back up north of the support. So I'm looking for an upside move. And we currently are holding buy positions on our current positions. Right here, there it is. You can see buying pound. We bought it at 188.03. And we will continue. We're up 80 pips, but we're looking for about another 70 pips before we take a profit on that trade. All right. Pound US dollar. We got another one right here. Pound US dollar. That's sitting up right here. Not quite the convincing level of support that we're seeing right here, confirmed by these candles, but we are buying. All right, we're buying going long. If we go to the 1 hour time frame right here, we can take a look at this, and we can see that we're still bearish right in this trend. Look at this. This is a correction move right here. So we're still seeing price moving bearish here, and we're still have this downward. Oh, nice. This is actually, I confirmed. I said I was looking for price to come back to retest the fifth wave right here. Now, we didn't quite get the fourth wave move right here. That's not really the fourth wave. We'll see if we get this breakout. If we do get this breakout, then maybe, just maybe, we're on an upward trend. This is a nice little falling wedge right here. If we break out this falling wedge, price will come back to retest this level right here, which is priced at 132.79. Write it down. All right, 132.79. So if you break this falling wedge, price is it's gonna aim for this level right here at 132. Let's call it 132.80 to be more precise on that level. I don't see anything to the upside that could be anything that we need to pay attention to on the 1 hour time frame. But if I go to the daily time frame right here, we certainly have these level of the resistance here. We call them liquidation levels. 132.11, 132.83. Those are our liquidation levels. This is where price is going to see some sort of rejection. So as price goes up, it will reject that level, come back down, reject the level, maybe come down again, reject the level, come down, and so we keep going up and down. All right, so we're going to see this as we start channeling up towards the top of the channel. Okay. All right, good. Let's go take a look and see what else we've got going here. That should cover the pound crosses. We spoke about the AUDJPY and we spoke about Aussie CAD. Both of them penny position right here. Nothing active at the moment right now. But we also have this right here. We have the Aussie US dollar. Remember, I closed out the Aussie CAD. We spoke about that. But we have the Aussie US dollar from last week that's still active. And let's go ahead and take a look at that. And we have the Euro Aussie also active. So let's go to Aussie US dollar first. This is the Aussie US dollar right here. And price is on to work its way back down. What are we doing? We are currently bullish on this one. So we're seeing a little bit of a pullback. That means dollar strength, right? Dollar strength. So if that's the case, then let's go ahead and take a look at the dollar. Oh, sorry, my bad. And let's go ahead and see what we're expecting here with the dollar. Well, traders, we've hit that resistance. Bulls have scored a point. Now we're looking for pullback. All right, so we should be seeing dollar falling a little bit, and that should help us to be able to get a little bit more profit on this Aussie US dollar pair. So as we go to Aussie US dollar again, this little bearish move that we're seeing right here is just a correction move, and it's just a retest of this candle that we've got right here. I'm not going to call it a morning star. I don't quite believe that we've got to convert. I don't believe it's classified as the morning star. I don't think it's 60% of the U-turn. But you know what? We do have this bullish candle right here. The price is going to come back and retest it. If anything, we call it a bullish engulfing, a horrible bullish engulfing, because we've got a very small candle that engulfed there. But we are seeing this as a retest. So price should go down and then back up again as you start targeting the target up here, or at least the liquidation level, at around about 1.0. All right, what is that? sorry, I mean 0.7030. All right, 0.7030. So that is the liquidation level that price may go ahead and chase after. But we also need to get through that resistance as well, around about 69.30 as well. So 69.30 and then 70.30 is our liquidation levels that we're expecting price to find a little bit of resistance before continuing with the trend. Okay. And then finally, the last currency pair for the morning here is the Euro Aussie dollar right here. Euro Aussie dollar remains inside consolidation, but like we said, traders, when support is met in consolidation, we then look for resistance. And now we're looking for a nice little move to the upside to find that resistance. We are currently bearish on this particular pair. We had multiple positions on this. Let's take a look and see exactly what we're looking at right now. This is the Euro Aussie right here. And we're currently in the money 50 pips. So we're in the money with 50 pips in the money. We were much better off at one point as price dropped back down to this level. But it's moved up since then about 103 pips so far. So the question here is, traders, are we going to continue to ride this wave down? Or are we going to see this price moving back up again? Well, just like I said, when we look at this chart right here, we did come off the support level. So we are expecting price to move down. Now, we were trading a correction move. And we are pretty much, I would say, done with this correction move. And price is now working its way back up to the top of resistance. So which means, traders, with this, in fact, this may have been the sign right here. If we didn't, we've got to pay a little bit more attention to this right here. I didn't. I apologize, man. I was not paying attention. And when you see these indecision candles right here, especially not just one, but two indecision candles, I mean, it's like, come on. I mean, I'm giving you a hint right here. I'm throwing you a bone, all right, with an indecision candle. If you're selling, you may want to look to get the heck out of Dodge. But what happens is it throws another indecision candle at me, and I'm like, what? Are you telling me to get out of my shorts? And I don't even pay attention, all right? So my short position right now, I'm still holding on that. I'm not too concerned. I'm up 50 pips still, but I could have been a bunch more pips up. In fact, I could have been 150 pips on two positions, which means we could be a total of about 300 pips up on that trade. At the moment right now, I'm only 50 pips up with two positions at about 100 pips total, net total. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some, right? You gotta start paying a little bit more attention to the trades, my friends, if you're gonna go ahead and look to lock and load. Now, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna get out of this trade. But what I'm going to do is, let me go ahead and look for a better price. I'm going to start thinking like a bank. And how does a bank think? A bank thinks that if price is moving bearish, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Check this out. Are you kidding me? Look at this. This is the 1 hour time frame. Price not only gives us an indecision candle, two indecision candles on the daily, but also gives me a breakout on my 1 hour time frame of this downward trend, but it comes back to retest it, giving me better pricing to get the heck out of Dodge. And what do? I stay in the trade. Listen here, traders, we are bad, man. We are bad. All right, so this is what we need to do. I'm going to go ahead and think bullish, but I'm going to look for a better price to get out. Now, I don't want to be too greedy, because if I'm going to be too greedy, I may give away a lot more profit on this trade. So I'm going to go ahead and use some fibs right here. I'm going to use this as my first wave going up. I know that price is going to go ahead and move up to this 1.618 right about here. All right. And then it's going to pull back. So I'm going to do this. If price pulls back to my my wave rider right here, I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge. So which means I'm looking for price to work its way back to about here. That's about 50 pips. If I can get back about 50 pips, I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge on this trade. All right. If price moves up to 162.23, then, and that's about what? How many pips is that? That's about 40 pips up. So I'm going to give back 40 pips. I don't like that. But if it does, I'm going to have to wait then for the pullback. So I'm pretty much going to be a break even at this point if I get to that point. And then I'm going to have to wait for the market to move back down. The question here, traders, is if price does move to the 1.618, am I able to make money on this trade, or am I simply going to move back to this level, or maybe come back to the level I'm at right here and really go through all of this effort for nothing. So I'm going to wait it out a little bit right here and see if this level right here, if price comes back and trades through it. If price struggles, and let's go ahead and pull this number up so everyone can see what the price looks like here. All right, this is it right here. If price struggles to break back below 162.69, get the heck out of Dodge. I'm going to close out my position right there. So 161.69 is going to be a decision for me to say, let's get the heck out of Dodge. All right. Now, if I look over here inside these small waves right here, if I go ahead and pull up my wave structure right here, you can see that the third wave has been hit. We're now in this fourth wave retracement, which means traders, we're not done. We're looking for price to move up to the fifth wave, which is the 1.618 of the previous swing at 62.23. So it might be time for us to go ahead and cash out on this one right here. You know what? It may be time. All right, let's do this. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and close out our positions. I'm going to do this on this trade right here. I'm going to close out my positions. And, oops. I'm going to take my, how much pips is it? It's 50 pips on this trade. I'm going to take my 50 pips. Now, remember, it's 50 pips on two positions. Let's go ahead and work out exactly what this is. It's about 7 pips on the one position. And it's about 97. So about 104 pips right here. 104 pips right here. I'm going to close out all my positions. 104 pips. I'm going to take my profit. And it's not, hang on, why is this not closing out positions? Should be closing out my positions. All right, I'm just going to close that manually, yeah. All right, so there it is there. I'm going to close out that one. I'm going to close out this one right here. And let's try that close order. There we go. Now it's doing it. I had to do it this way. All right, there we go. I'm done. All right, so Aussie, you're Aussie. Done. We took our profit. We could have made a lot more on this thing. We should have paid more attention to the chart. We did not, and so I'm closing out my position right here, 104 pips right here. I'm going to go ahead and just mark it off. And by the way, traders, don't keep me, don't say, oh, Big Dog is 103 pips, 105. It doesn't matter. It's more or less 104 pips right here. So if I go to next week right here, sorry, previous week, I'm going to say now we've closed out. And we closed out this right about here. We closed it out on the 15th. There it is there. And the reason why I do that is that I can go ahead and refer to the 15th, which is this week right here, to go ahead and see, okay, I closed out with 104 pips based on this missed target. All right, so that's it. I'm done. All right, I'm done with that. All right. Well, traders, that is pretty much it for us this morning. Hopefully, everyone had a good time. If you liked the video, please go ahead and click like. Throw some comments on there if you want to go ahead and let me know how you found the session this morning and what else you would like me to go ahead and discuss in my next session. Remember, we speak about this, these trade setups every single day, right? 5 days a week. So go ahead and post some comments in the comment box about things that you'd like me to go ahead and chat about in the next session. I'll certainly go ahead and check it out and bring that into our next session as well. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you, and we'll see you guys next week. Sorry, next session. All right, this is FxBigDog signing off. Oh my gosh, Michelle.